What's happening, baby?
Everything's happening.
It's all happening.
Let the good times roll. Let them knock you around. Let the good times roll. Let them make you a clown. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. And let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times Let the stories be told. Let them say what they want. Let the photos be old. Let them show what they want. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Good times If the illusion is real, let them give you a ride. If they got thunder appeal, let them be on your side. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. And let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Oh, let the good times roll. Let it roll. Good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let it roll. Good times roll. Let the 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 good times roll. Let it roll.
The good times are rolling. They're rolling all right. Feeling them roll. Rolling into or through this edition of It's All Happening, your weekly provision of audiophonic antidote to the toxic forces of evil uncool. I'm Andy Valeri, your producer, host, and driver along this Audiobahn, thanking you for tuning in and making this music-laden amplification part of the soundtrack of your day. It's All Happening is a production from your friends at Big Beef Productions and Strategic Air Command and comes free of charge, no hidden tolls or access charges. And we're here for the hour, broadcasting what needs to be cast, music for the real freedom agenda. So keep your radio dials and internet browsers tuned right here where
It's all happening.
Doesn't make a difference. Don't care how far. We can go the distance in my
Truman immediately threw his support behind the British Empire and the French Empire. And when Eisenhower was elected in 1952, Eisenhower decided to put all of America's support behind the French Empire, including Vietnam, saying that any country that wanted control of its raw materials, any country that was nationalistic and wanted to control its own growth was communist. Well, if that was true, of course, everybody would want to be communist at that time.
The end product, scenario, scripts for the 21st century.
Well, that's what it is.
Meryl Lee, welcome to the program.
Fantastic, Dave, really.
All new Hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch.
Some people get it from Exxon, others get it from Amoco. I don't have a preference, baby. I'll take high octane or low, just make it black gold. Black gold. Some people call out for love. Yeah, they want somebody to hold. I just hold the steering wheel real tight while the automobile hugs the road. I give it black gold. Black gold. Some people go to church. Yeah, they want to savor their soul. Too late for me, 'cause I found religion. There's a higher power and I know it's called black gold. Black gold. Give thanks, put it in the tank, black gold. Come on. Some people put something in their arm, others put something in their nose. When I need kicks, I go real quick, get a fix of black gold. I make it black gold. Black gold. Some people go to school. Yeah, they believe what they're told. I don't need no book learning, baby. I know what I need to know. I call it black gold. Black gold. I took a class in gas, black gold. Come on. You think a little bo peep, and I'm a sheep in your fold. You think I'm something to keep, to have and to hold. But one day, baby, you're gonna come home and you better be cold. You're gonna look out the window, say, oh no, mama, you chose black gold. Black gold. Black gold. Black gold. Come on. Black gold. Put a pump and a pipe in a well, black gold. Put a pump and a pipe straight to hell, black gold.
Your
presence is required at Central Freedom. Your presence is required at Central Freedom. Over and out.
It will be obvious the next few minutes that this is very practical information. And I'm going to give you some information that will set you on fire.
We're regarded as a country. If you look at its sales and you compare those with, say, revenues that countries ordinarily would receive, it would be the 6th largest country in the world. And yet there's no history.
I don't even know who we're fighting for over there, to be real honest with you. I think we're fighting for the North Vietnamese, ain't we?
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
You're listening to It's All Happening, your weekly ticket to this audiophonic ride through our interesting times. Brought to you by your friends at Big Beef Productions and Strategic Air Command. For more on the program, feel free to visit us at bigbeef.com. Keep your dials and browsers tuned right here along the road where
It's all happening.
Wow, what a beauty! By golly, I think I'll buy a new car.
In 1922, only 1 American in 10 owned an automobile. Everyone except for the 1 in 10 who owned an automobile used rail. At that time, Alfred P. Sloan said, wait a minute, this is a great opportunity. I mean, we've got 90% of the market out there that we can somehow turn into automobile users. If we can eliminate the rail alternatives, we will create a new market for our cars. And if we don't, then this whole, the entire General Motors sales are going to be lovely. They had to get rid of the streetcars. They wanted the space that the streetcars used for automobiles. Moved into Manhattan. They acquired interest in the New York railways, and between 1926 and 36, they methodically destroyed the rails. When they were finally motorized New York, General Motors issued these ads throughout the country. This is important because they're trying to show that motorization is the wave of the future. They issued these ads and it said, the motorization of 4th and Madison is the most important and epical event in the history of community transportation.
Over the next few years, Standard Oil of California, Mack Truck, Phillips Petroleum, and Firestone Tire would join GM in backing this venture.
The Fitzgeralds came in here just like they did in every city they ever went into. They destroyed and established public transit system that had been built to meet the needs of the people. All they were interested in doing was taking the money out. They sucked the system dry. They raised the fares. They skimmed every dime's worth of everything they could get out of it.
the mayor, to the city manager, to the city transit engineer, and to the taxpayers and the riding citizens of your city. You are entitled to this warning. There is a carefully, deliberately planned campaign to swindle you out of your electric railway system.
Commander Edwin Quinby was a rail buff with a talent for financial sleuthing. In 1946, he mailed a warning to influential people in hundreds of cities across the country. His 33-page broadside was filled with surprisingly detailed research that brought to light what General Motors had worked hard to hide.
The plan is to deliberately destroy public utility, which you will find impractical to replace after you discover your mistake. Who are the corporations behind this? What is more important, why are they permitted to destroy valuable electric railways?
The Justice Department would spend the next 25 years trying to limit GM's influence on transportation. It would begin 3 major investigations into monopoly practices. 2 were settled out of court, 1 was eventually dropped. An effective way to rein in General Motors was never found.
It appears that National City Lines and its manufacturing associates have entered into a plan to secure control over local transportation in important cities in the United States. If these companies are permitted to continue their program, they will soon have a stranglehold over the industry.
The key lawyers involved in the case told me there was not a scintilla of doubt that these defendants, General Motors and the others, had set out to destroy the streetcar system. But since there was no antitrust law on the books at that point saying thou shalt not destroy streetcar systems, that the best way, the only way that they could get them on a violation was to proceed along the criminal antitrust conspiracy route. And that's what they did.
And of course, every new suburban home needed a brand new automobile.
Attorney Marshall Stimson told the board, "You're not going to solve Los Angeles traffic problems by turning loose hundreds of buses to stink up the air, slow down traffic, and tie up the streets."
Will you stop honking, Mac? We ain't going nowhere. This is Agony Alley. Morning rush and evening wait. What's a citizen gonna do?
Don't honk your horn. Raise your voice. Ask for better highways and more parking space.
It's your country. Give yourself the green light.
The antitrust case had forced GM to sell its stock in National City. But the Fitzgeralds continued to tear out trolleys, and General Motors continued to provide the buses.
How did General Motors influence highway robbers in Washington?
Well, influence. I mean, they originated it. I mean, in June 1932, Sloan, chairman of General Motors, created something called the National Highway Users Conference. He brought together the oil companies, the tire companies, anyone who had anything to do with the motorized transportation, brought them into this tremendous umbrella group. This became the kernel of what we now know as the highway lobby. They would spend millions and millions of dollars on pushing highways.
Everyone wanted freeways. At the top of General Motors' agenda was a system that would not only move people between cities, but would also become the main form of travel within them. With an army of paid lobbyists and an unlimited war chest, the highway lobby was by far the most powerful pressure group in Washington.
Freedom to travel safely and quickly and comfortably on our highways is not a little freedom, but a big one.
To pay for the interstates, Congress created the Highway Trust Fund with money from a gasoline tax. This fund could only be used to build highways. More highways meant more driving. More driving meant more taxes, and more taxes would mean more roads.
I'm Helen Rathburn, the fourth grade teacher at the new elementary school. I came here today just to listen. I didn't expect to say anything. But after hearing some of the arguments against the new highway proposal, I would like to say just one thing. I work all day with children, and they're your children. Your children will have a better country to live in because of these new roads. Can't you see that this highway means a whole new way of life for the children?
O Almighty God, who has given us this earth and has appointed men to have domination over it, who has commanded us to make straight the highways, to lift up the valleys, and to make the mountains low. We ask thy blessing. Bless these, our nation's road builders, and their friends.
Huge freeway, I-95, was going to barrel right through the community I lived in. It was the kind of freeway that actually ended up being almost 26 lanes. It was going to bisect neighborhood after neighborhood and take schools from people, churches from people, universities from people.
We have a street called U Street, which was the street for black folks. They was going to run it right straight down the middle of that street. So that was how we got practically all of the inner city people to join us, because we showed that area was going to be uprooted so somebody from outside the city could drive right through.
The San Diego Freeway southbound not moving, well, it's moving about 5 miles an hour.
Fast lane taken up by that 3-car 9-injury wreck. Look for the usual slow crawl through the Pomona Valley.
We start out over 60 to the 10. So we start from 10 to 210. Then we go from 210 to the 134. And from the 134, we get on the 5. Spends average of 4 hours a day. It's dark when we leave, and it's dark when we come home. When we walk in the door, it's dark.
We really be together more than our own family. I mean, for me, I be with them more than I be with my own family.
A multi-car crash blocking the fast lane. South-South PCH, still a struggle from Topanga to Sunset. In Orange County, we got a problem with a 605 exit.
For the 2 years that I was at the Federal Highway Administration, it was a drumbeat of citizen unhappiness with urban highway plans.
This is Highway I-93. It is the final 8-lane southern link of an interstate highway. Building the road required the relocation of 4,000 people, 26 businesses, and part of the Mystic River. And the road has a problem. It doesn't work. It would feed 4 extra lanes of traffic into a 3-lane highway on which traffic already backs up 2 miles during the rush hour.
They were building this freeway along the waterfront in San Francisco. But a funny thing happened along the way. The people of San Francisco said they didn't like the new freeway, and they began protesting.
They wanted to complete the freeway which was ran along the Embarcadero Center. I wouldn't let it. They had to get our permission to close the streets. And Governor Reagan sent Lieutenant Governor Finch down to see me. He said, we'll give you the port, we'll give you everything else there if you let us complete this freeway. I said, forget it. We aren't going to let you complete any freeway along our waterfront. Do what you've done in towns like Boston, Seattle, and places like that. It's going to happen.
Jetzt schalten wir das Radio an. Aus dem Lautsprecher klingt es dann.
Who's pushing this? I mean, okay, we've got the
road builders, the highway lobby, the cement mixers, the asphalt.
Every year they had a bag of money, and everybody's getting $50,000, $50,000. The children both getting money.
Federal It's not our government. It doesn't belong to us because we haven't paid enough for it. The people who own the government have bought it and paid for it.
That highway crowd, if you gave them a chance, they would put a freeway right through the Vatican if they figured by doing it that they would save a little space or save a little mileage.
We were putting up people from Wheeling, West Virginia, and while they were in Washington and we were helping them go downtown and plead their case in Congress, their homes were bulldozed that very day. This was a brutal period in our history, a very brutal period.
Ladies and gentlemen, a smog alert is currently in progress. Remain indoors and tune to your local radio station for additional information.
The worst smog of the season, heavy, oppressive, dirty air hung over the city this 4th of July week. It's particularly difficult for the very old and the young.
They seem to only be able to stay outside like maybe 10 minutes at a time, and then they'd have to come inside and rest.
To meet federal pollution standards, the Environmental Protection Agency said today that it might be necessary to remove 8 out of every 10 cars from Southern California's highways during the worst smog months.
I don't know what it's like to not have a car.
You gotta have it, it's a necessity of life. There's not enough public transportation to get you around.
By a vote of 215 to 190, the House today rejected a proposal that would allow cities to spend their share of the Highway Trust Fund on buses, subways, and trains instead of on highways.
The House, defying reason, voted to block funds for mass transit, which we all need, and pour billions more into highways that only the highway lobby wants.
Shapes and forms, mutilates and deforms might be better words. We are exchanging the meaningful and varied life of the city for an increasingly monotonous life on wheels. The choice is clear and urgent. Does the city exist for people or for motor cars?
And I think the automobile industry is the number one example of monopoly power that has changed, literally changed the quality of our lives. And it has done so, not on the basis of what people really needed, but rather on the basis of serving corporate interests.
America is one of the few countries in the world whose people have always been free to come and go as they please. Now that freedom is being threatened. But what can frustrated drivers do about it?
If Alfred Sloan were alive today, he'd love Los Angeles. With the old rail lines gone, more people drive cars here than anywhere else in America. Federal operating support, an important piece of every system's budget, has been sliced practically in half. At the same time, highway funding continues to grow.
I would like to give people a choice. I'd like them to be able to have their automobile. I'd like them to also be able to have a meaningful choice in the use of transit, and they don't have that choice right now.
We're here really in the first step of a long-term campaign to bring mass transit and public transit to the public.
We've had quite a few demonstrations at the Board of Supervisors. In fact, one of the meetings had more than 1,000 people at it. You know, if nobody's talking, if nobody's saying anything, then people may think, oh, well, it's something that will blow over. It's something we can't change. But if people begin to think about it, people begin to talk about it, then they think they can change it. And that's where we make a difference, I think.
You're listening to It's All Happening. For more on the program, feel free to visit us at bigbeef.com. Stay tuned, as there is much more to come.
55. One thing you notice about car commercials, the car is always in a field or by a lake or on an open road with no other car for miles around. It's never caught in a traffic jam.
Below us, the Santa Monica Freeway, also spotted the top of Stampede. Ladies and gentlemen, a sound alert is currently in progress. Remain indoors and tune to your local radio station for additional information.
I'm not in the backseat now, I'm riding in the driver's place. I'm drifting around the final turn, and victory is on my face. I don't need you chasing me around, I don't need you chasing me, I don't need you chasing me around. Okay, okay, I don't need you chasing me around, I don't need you chasing me, I don't need you chasing me around. Okay, okay. I can never turn around, I'm ready for a better taste. I'm no longer interested in the things that you wouldn't say. I don't need you chasing me around, I don't need you chasing me, I don't need you chasing me around. Okay, okay, I don't need you chasing me around, I don't need you chasing me, I don't need you chasing me around.
Assembly itself often has a way of showing us the questions, the possibility of the questions. For example, what do we want? What do we want? Singing both asks this question and answers this question. Singing together, we learn what it feels like to have what we want as a group. Maybe we don't know exactly what we want. Maybe the core questions are much more complicated than what do we want? What do we need? But one outcome of singing is that we discover what agreement and consensus feel like as a group. And perhaps we are more ready to confront the complexity of other, more difficult questions. What is fair? What is just? Who gets to be safe?
Good. And then let's.
Broadcast over any FM car radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
The cost of transportation in the U.S. functions as a regressive tax on the working poor, who are forced to choose between paying extortionate prices for gas or trying to use the most inefficient and dysfunctional public transit system in the post-industrial world, a system that was purposefully designed to be that inefficient.
Ain't nobody
got time for that.
We've got more automobiles than all the rest of the world combined. Not because we need them, but because the great automobile industry made our people want to go someplace sitting down. That's right. And they made them want it so badly that even during the last Great Depression, they would face almost eviction from their homes rather than miss a payment on the old jalopy and run the risk of repossession.
Not open to the public. Stay out of the area of the driveway to allow for vehicular traffic. Remain on the sidewalk or across the street. Anyone to include the press trespassing on federal property is subject to arrest.
When people have a difficulty, let's say, getting an appointment with a doctor, or you find yourself on an NHS waiting list for 2 years, or you can't get a house, or you can't afford the rent, or you're low paid at work, where do you direct that anger? How do you explain that situation? And part of the problem is that groups like, well, the mainstream political class have directed people's anger towards migrants, refugees, people of colour, people of non-white origin, and use those people as a scapegoat for the problems of neoliberalism. And actually, what we're saying here is you could evict every immigrant from the country or every non-white person from the country. You're not going to get rid of the neoliberal model that we've got, which is causing the problems that everyday people are facing.
Don't let this happen to your car.
Woody Guthrie got off the greatest line. They visited Woody, and he wrote a song about it. The FBI comes and knocks on his door. And Woody says, "And I being so foolish, I let him in." They asked, would I fight for my country? I answered the FBI, yea. I will point a gun for my country, but I won't guarantee you which way. I won't guarantee you which way. I won't guarantee you which way. I will point a gun for my country, but I won't guarantee you which way.
I took a tram into the fourth dimension, 'cause I had the blues. The blues are throwing it away. Just give me a tequila, I'll slam it the 4D way. And when I got there, you know, it had certain similarities, like no smoking anywhere, and hiding in the closet to avoid paying the fare. 4D tequila or anyone. And don't think we didn't dance to records by the fifth dimension. In the disco sphere, like Kublai Khan. Kublai Khan. And it was pretty goddamn hazardous. Out on the Ilminster bypass. 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 Backward planing to the theme park. We took a ride for the Jim Klein mega bottle ride. Well, how we spewed inside
So now I'd like to say, people can change anything they want to. And that means everything in the world.
How long have you been working on this project?
I hate to admit it, but I've been working on it for 16 years.
As you travel around, what do you see that makes you nuts?
There's a lot of things wrong with this country. I think the spirit is still here. The spirit just needs to scream a little bit. They say the wheel that does the squeaking is the one that gets the grease, so it's time for the spirit to scream a little bit.
De-escalate all conflict that isn't with the enemy.
Why are people so unkind?
Find one in every car. You'll see.
You've been listening to It's All Happening, your weekly audiophonic venture into our world through music. I'm Andy Valeri, program producer, thanking you for taking the time to make It's All Happening part of the soundtrack of your day. It's All Happening has been engineered in full spectrum dominance by your friends at Strategic Air Command. Sound engineering by T. Rabbit. If you'd like more information on the program and what you've heard in it, including playlists as well as links to other episodes, please visit our website at bigbeef.com. Questions, comments, want to sign up for the program emailing list, or even help contribute to the program? Email us at radio@bigbeef.com. You can like, follow, and share It's All Happening on the various supposedly social media platforms, and please feel free to share among your own online communities, as that's a great way to help support the program. Much thanks and gratitude to all the great stations that help deliver It's All Happening to you over your public airwaves. Take care, and here's to looking out a bit more for one another, and tune in again next week as we continue to global a go-go along the great radiophonic Audiobahn, where
It's all happening.
Of a lifetime, you can be anyone they told you
The preceding program has been a presentation of Strategic Air Command, a proud subsidiary of Big Beef Productions.